April 3rd was the last time I posted a video, and now it is Christmas. Merry Christmas, everyone. It's about time to talk about what happened to me. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that today. I don't know why I'm so nervous to talk about this because it's So I should probably go back all the way to April 3rd when I uploaded my very last video. I was feeling really good. I was in high spirits. I was getting really excited about continuously filming videos. And then something happened in around the end of April. I developed really bad back pain. Just my back seized up to the point where I could not get out of bed. I was pretty much bedridden for all of May, recovering in June and July, and it got to the point where I had trouble walking, I had trouble sitting, I couldn't exercise, I couldn't run, I couldn't draw, I couldn't edit my YouTube videos or, you know, participate much at work either, because it did take a decent amount of effort for me to sit down in front of the computer without my back seizing up. I think if anyone were to be in that state of just immobility, you'd start to kind of really appreciate the things that you do have, like, you know, the ability to move freely, the ability to run, the ability to work, you know, the ability to just do things for yourself. And I spent just those couple of months just in bed waiting for myself to heal, waiting for things to pass. The reason for like all of this back pain and stuff is a little bit of overworking, a little bit of just like not really taking care of myself, but a lot of it is just stuff that kind of has been building up over the years concerning just me, my mental health, learning to take care of myself and not push myself. Big picture wise, it's a lot more complicated than just back pain. I did end up healing from it. I took the appropriate rest I needed, and things were starting to look pretty good, except the biggest thing was it's been a couple of months since I was a productive human being. People who, you know, stop or have an injury or, you know, stop doing something for a while have probably experienced this, where it's really hard to get back into something once you've stopped for a really long time. And at that point, my physical health and my physical athleticism has just gotten to a new low, and it took a while for me to get back into the hang of things when it came to just exercising and like taking care of myself and taking care of my mental health. I really didn't have much time or energy or bandwidth to kind of think about other things besides making sure I was getting my fitness back and making sure I was eating well, properly, still healing, and then also just making sure I was contributing enough for work. July trickled into August, trickled into September, and by then I would say it kind of spiraled into like a worse depression. Once I stopped, I found it really hard to start everything. I think my depression and my mental health is something that I don't really talk about as much on like YouTube and stuff, but I do touch up on a little bit. I've never really been completely honest to you guys like in front of the camera. The truth is I deal with really bad depression, anxiety, and I have ever since I was in high school. It is something that actually plagues my life and my day-to-day, just in just small to big ways. And if I have any type of life event that happens to me that kind of takes away these kind of like coping mechanisms for me, such as exercising or drawing or, you know, keeping myself busy, it is very easy for me to fall into depression. Falling into depression, I did. I ended up developing really severe insomnia. My body became so dysregulated that it would not feel safe enough to shut down, and so I spent days without sleeping to the point where my mental health just completely went down the drain. It was just a really bad place to be in, and I was very dysregulated. That was when I realized that I needed to put a pause on everything, and I ended up putting a pause on my work. I stopped working for a month in the month of October, and I really just focused on my health. I actually admitted into the hospital in around mid-October, and I was prescribed antidepressants, and I was also prescribed sleep medication, and slowly but surely I was able to get my body back to regulation, but it did take a couple of months, and it did take a lot of difficult days. And so I'd say now, it's only, you know, December. It's only been 2 months since kind of the worst part of this year, I'd say. And I wouldn't say I am 100% healed from everything that has happened for me this year, and I do think it's going to be something that will take a long time for me to recover. So that kind of explains why I've been out and why I just suddenly like left the face of the earth. I would say by the time all of that back pain and just this mental health deterioration happened, I didn't have any bandwidth whatsoever to kind of even address what I was going through on social media. Life kind of has twists and turns like that, but I'd say even though this year has been really difficult for me physically and mentally, it's also been one of the most rewarding years and the most transformative years for me, and I honestly would not have it any other way. I think this year has been probably also the happiest year of my life. Honestly, I kind of put off talking about it into the middle part of the video because it is a little nerve-wracking to say, but yeah, I'm gonna talk about the good things that have happened this year now that all of the bad things are out of the way. I don't know why I'm so nervous to talk about this, because it's not like, I don't know, it's not like it's anything too special or anything. And the thing is, some of you guys might already know this because you follow me on Instagram. I was posting on Instagram as well before I left, and I hadn't really addressed it yet on YouTube, and I was planning to until everything happened. But I did, I don't know why I'm so nervous. I do have a partner now. I'm dating someone, and we actually just celebrated our first year anniversary. So it's been a really amazing year for me in that sense, and everything kind of all ties together because even though I was going through a really tough time physically, emotionally, it's still been such an amazing year for me because my partner, he's been there with me through all of it, and he's been patiently just holding my hand through every single just hardship I've been through this year. And without his support, without just him being there with me, and I'm probably gonna get a little bit emotional, but it's just the nature of things. If he wasn't here with me, this year would have looked a lot different, and I really don't know what I would have done without him. I think this is hard for me to share because for me, I've never really experienced a relationship like this before. I'd say previous relationships do not compare to the amount of support and safety and security I feel now in this relationship. I genuinely feel like there is my child self this year that is actually going through a process of healing. And because of that, and because of all of these revelations I've been having, it's been a very transformative and just a very like tough year for me to just even process the fact that somebody is here for me in that way. I've been doing a lot in therapy, basically. I just have not really had time to really process that this is happening to me, and I get to experience a level of care that I've never experienced before, and it's been really amazing, but also terrifying and also a little bit bewildering, overwhelming, just all of these kinds of things. I've experienced things this year that I've never experienced before. My past boyfriends have either gotten scared, ran away, broke up with me, or even, you know, just expressed ways of not really being able to deal with my mental health in a way that was needed for me. And because of that, I really felt like I needed to fix myself first before I really got into any sort of relationship. And because of that, I also just really was not interested, and I really wanted to stay single and just live in this island, I guess, and just focus on my career. But he was the one that told me that we can work on healing together, and he can help me through my journey to make myself a more stable, emotionally stable and healthy person. So without that leap of faith and without his encouragement, I wouldn't be here. To the people that have found the one, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. So that's probably the biggest thing that's happened this year, not my back pain or the fact that I'm back on antidepressants. It's just the fact that somebody saw me at my worst and they decided to stay. And not only did they decide to stay, they helped patch me up, which I just feel so lucky. And I didn't know I could ever have or receive just that person in my life. So with that in mind, there's definitely a lot of things that have changed in my life. Obviously, my life now not only includes me, but also includes another person. The biggest thing would be because he is in Georgia and he works in Georgia and he's not allowed to do remote work or anything. I am moving back to Georgia permanently to go live with him and just have my life be in Georgia. So yeah, this is a really big deal for me. I think it has already been 8 years of me living in Los Angeles. I came here when I was 17, freshly graduated from high school, going into college, and I've made so many memories here. I've made so many friends. My life is all in Los Angeles, and I never would have thought that I would go back to Georgia. But you know, life has different plans. I've been going through a bit of nostalgia now. As you can see, I'm still in my current apartment, but I'm moving very, very soon, actually in 1 week, to move cross country all the way to Georgia, where we have a 2-bedroom apartment ready for us. I know I won't be leaving Los Angeles permanently because obviously my work is here, my coworkers are here, my career is here, so you'll definitely see me coming back occasionally because, I mean, I work here. I've come to realize that I am a very private person. For my friends, the ones that are okay with being on camera, I'm okay with showing. But there are a lot of parts of my life as well that I do want to keep private and I do want to protect. And I think it'd be a matter of us talking together and seeing whether or not both of us are comfortable and ready for him to also be on the camera or be involved in my on-camera life. I think that's a conversation to have later down the road when we feel like we're both ready. But right now, I do want to keep everything about him anonymous. With that being said, I am still going to be uploading art on Instagram, and I really, really do want to, and this is something I've wanted to do for a really long time. I will be uploading artwork about us as a couple, the things that I've learned about being together with somebody. Hopefully the art that I make on there will help other people kind of learn to love themselves, love others, learn to appreciate others, and just, I think there are so many lessons that I've learned, just not only about the relationship with him, but also in my life that I want to draw and post online. So if you do want to know anything about my mysterious boyfriend, you could go on Instagram and I will be posting stories about us. It's, you know, things, conversations we had. Some are funny, some are serious, some are meaningful, some are not. It will be on Instagram, but everything will still be anonymous. Besides that, because now I currently do have a lot of health issues that I'm working through, and I am, you know, in a relationship, and I do want to put a lot of my time into just being present in the relationship. I'm not really sure what my schedule is going to be like, but I do want to slowly get back into doing like something regularly, something weekly, especially with making YouTube videos and also making artworks and posting on Instagram and TikTok. So that is coming, but the rate of which it's coming is going to be kind of up in the air because I don't want to stress myself out and kind of, I don't know, mess up my body even more. The people who have been here, who have still been commenting, I mean, I've been seeing the comments pop up still. I still get notifications. Thank you so much for still being here. And I really hope that I can get back on track soon to give you guys really, really good content. But in the meantime, I gotta do stuff like move across the country, and it's just a little crazy. It's just a little crazy right now, is all I'm gonna say. And I guess I want to end this video on a very, very uplifting note because it's a lot of stuff at once. And so I just want to say, yes, I still have webtoons coming out. Your girl has been breaking backs and losing sleep, but I'm still putting out those webtoons. You will see a webtoon very, very soon in early 2025, and I will be promoting it as it comes, and probably when that's happening, I will be moving, so you guys will see some moving shenanigans. I'm really excited to talk about them. I think they are bangers, and I know I say that with all of my projects because I like all of them, but this is definitely going to be something that is going to be very exciting. Obviously, given my health and situation, we will see when or how that looks, but your girl is still here making webtoons, and I still want to talk about those webtoons, and I still want to talk about webtoons and comics and art, so I'm still here. Thank you again for being here. Thank you again for being patient. And I really appreciate you guys, and I really, really miss you guys. This year has been a whirlwind, and I can finally just take a deep breath and get down to business again. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I'm gonna end the video here. If you have anything you want me to make a video of, as usual, feel free to throw it in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video, whenever that will be. Thank you so much. Bye bye.